प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः।
ओम प्रपन्नपारिजाताय स्तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. We have been studying Srimad Bhagavad Gita with Shankar's commentary, and on the last occasion we read up to Shloka 9 of the 4th chapter. And second and third chapter have told us many things about Karma Yoga, positive and negative also. And the Lord feels that he has told the Karma Yoga, and so he is recounting the Vansha Parampara. And in that he says, I taught it to Surya. So the question came in Arjuna's mind, and he asked, how, Lord, should I understand that your birth is just before me? How can I understand that you taught it in the beginning of creation? To that, the Lord revealed a new method of realizing God. And at the end of each chapter, we have Sankhya Yoga, Karma Yoga, etc. So this name is not given like that, but this is Avatara Yoga. With the help of an avatar. Help of an avatar means study of an avatar's life and actions. By the mere study of an avatar's life and actions, we can grow and slowly reach the reality. So a new path has been opened. And in the, he said about himself, Ajopisan and all that. In the 9th shloka, he said, Janma me divyam, karma me divyam, evam yo tatvata veti sa त्यक्त्वा देहम पुनर्जन्म न एति mam eti. So how this happens? Now the best example which comes to my mind is Shri Ramakrishna Leela Prasanga, or Shri Ramakrishna the Great Master. There, Sardan Swamiji has said that each of these sentences uttered by Shri Ramakrishna, each of the smallest actions done by him, if we handle them in Bengali, unique words he has used, untranslatable. Nada chada tola pada kuri. That means we handle them, we weigh them in our mind, then the mind giving up this Ashubha Anitya Sansar goes higher and higher towards Brahma Prapti, Ishvara Prapti, realizing your own nature, Purnata, Moksha, because the same goal has been described differently by different Jnani Purushas. And the higher we rise, the deeper we understand his life. And this process culminates in that Brahmajnana. So, Nada Chada Tolapadakuri. And that he has attempted throughout that big 5 volumes. Now, this process is indicated in the 10th shloka. What happens actually? Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha Manmaya Mam Upashrita Bhavo Jnana Tapasa Puta Madbhava Magata. First word which strikes us is Bhavo. And past tense. Madbhava Magata. So here again, like that day, that it is not the 8th avatara or 10 avataras. This is the principle. That day it struck me afterwards that the world is moving in cycles. So the same Lord must have appeared in Purva Kalpas also. And so this is an eternal principle that Yuga Yuga he comes. Now what happens? We'll go by word, then or in a form syntax also. Vita Raga Bhaya Krodha. An ordinary person or each sadhak has in his mind, we have seen in the third chapter, Raga, attachment. Very basic things. Attachment. Bhaya is the first symbol of imperfection. And then Krodha. Now, when Krodha is mentioned, we have to see the end of the third chapter, Kama Esha Krodha Esha. So, desire or lust and the resulting anger. So, this is a man. He has Raga, Bhaya, and Krodha. Now, he starts understanding Janma and Karma Divya. So, one by one, they go away from him. Vita means Vigata. They were and they have gone. This is the transformation which happens. If we are loving an avatar, this is a test also. Our attachment, our fear, our kama krodha, are they getting reduced or not? Are they going away or not? If not, we are not really analytically loving the avatar. So here is not a question of only loving, but applying our mind, brain, to discriminatively think of, analytically thinking of each sentence and each action of avatar. And we see in that Divya means they are not for an individual, they are for the cosmic welfare. When we arrive at this conclusion, then it works in our heart. First point. Second point, man maya. Now here the love, thinking of him. So their mind, they get filled with me. That is the literal meaning. Man maya. Maya means filled up with. Man means me. Man maya. That means the thought is filled with him. The mind is always filled with that. That is another way in this avatar yoga. Always we deliberate, we think, we feel, we meditate. We can't forget him even for a moment, then it is Madmaya. So you may think this happens first or that happens first, but this is the thing which happens, Madmaya. Why it happens, how it happens? Mam Upashrita. So if you go by actual happening, Mam Upashrita Manmaya Santa Vitaragavaya Krodha Bhavanti. Now, Mam Upashrita, that is also equally important. They take support from me only. There is another important thing Narad Bhakti Sutra has told about it. That is, we have many things in life. We may have money, we may have house, we may have relatives, husbands and wives and fathers and sons. But nobody is our support. Our support is only the Lord. They are not the Jnani Yogis. They are those who have taken resort to avatar. So it is not only the study, but they love avatar and they are filled with him and they have support with avatar only. They do not feel anything else as my support. Then this raga bhaya krodha goes away. Now all this together, mam upashrita manmaya vita raga bhaya krodha, can be summed up termed in one word, jnana tapasa puta. This is the tapasya. Tapasya need not necessarily mean standing on one leg or physical hardship. This itself is tapasya. But what type of tapasya? Jnana tapasya. Change of consciousness is the tapasya. Their consciousness is getting changed. They are following more and more that this avatar means Parabrahma, means my reality, the reality of the whole world. So, this is Jnana Tapasya. And again, we do karma with this or that, so that we will get purity of mind. Now, their purity has been achieved by Jnana Tapasya. This is the connection in this shloka. That one side, direct effects, mam upashrita, manmaya, vitaraga bhaya krodha, all this called tapasya, jnana eva tapasya, change of consciousness is the tapasya, and by that tapasya they have become purified. And because they have been purified, madbhava magata. Now this is an important statement of the Gita in many places. The final goal of life, because Krishna is talking, and Krishna is talking to Arjuna, the disciple, and he is God, and at such teaching, he is more aware that he is God. That awareness manifests itself in such situations. So he straight away says, now, Mam eti, previous shloka I told Mam eti, they come to me. Meaning is, as Sardanji has said, different words used for the same goal. They reach God. Now, same thing in the 10th shloka, Mad Bhavam Agata. Mad Bhavam means not ordinary bhava. Mad Bhavam means Mad Swarupam. My nature they get. What more can be told about mukti, about change of consciousness? That my nature, my personality, my nature, my ideas, they get. They are reached. Madbhavam agata. They are reached my nature. So this is one shloka defining the entire avatar yoga. So Shankar says, he has pointed out the another fact here. Na esha moksha marga idanim pravritta kim tari purvamapi. This moksha marga, avatar yoga is a moksha marga. Na idanim pravritta has not started now by Krishna avatar. Kim tari, then what? Purvamapi. In the old ages also, same thing was there. There were avatars and people were following him and they were reaching this goal. So, eternal principles. Vitaraga bhaya krodha, raga cha bhayam cha krodha cha vita vigata yebhya. Te vitaraga bhaya krodha. Man maya. Brahmavid Ishvara Abheda Darshana. Two meanings he has given. Manmaya means Brahmavid, knows of or pervading transcendent reality. Ishvara Abheda Darshana. They do not see any difference between them and God. That is Brahmavid, no difference between myself and God. Darshina, that becomes their swabhav, truth. Always are conscious of like that. Mam eva Parameshwaram. So Shankar says, Mam eva is not a person. I as Supreme God. Parameshwaram Upashrita. Shankar gives the meaning as Kevala Jnana Nishtha ityartha. So we see Jnana Nishtha, Bhakti Nishtha are same. They have taken support or refuge in avatar only. Means they are Jnana Nishtha, Shankar says. So we understand, people ask when karma and jnana are discussed, what about bhakti? We'll find throughout Gita, Shankar has equated knowledge and bhakti. Bhakti is that force. Anyway, so Mam Upashrita, Shankar translates that Kevala Jnana Nishtha ityartha. So that higher Nishtha they have got. Bhava Aneke Jnana Tapasa Jnanam Evacha Paramatma Vishayam Tapa. Knowledge about God only is called tapasya. Tena jnana tapasya puta param shuddhim gata. So not ordinary purity, but final purity they get. Gata santo, becoming like that, mad bhavam, ishvara bhavam moksham. Mad bhavam means nature of God means moksha. Agata, samanoprapta, they reach that nicely. इतर तपो निरपेक्ष ज्ञान निष्ठा इति अस्य लिंगम ज्ञान तपसा इति विशेषणम. This jnana nishtha itself is a tapasya, means that it does not require any other type of tapasya. This is the indication of this fact. Shankar says this is an additional thing. This is an indication that jnana tapasya nirapekshata, without the help of any other tapasya, jnana nishtha itself will lead you to moksha. That is why this adjective has been given. Visheshanam jnana tapasa puta has been told to tell us that other tapasyas are not necessary. If you follow this change of consciousness, this itself will be the tapasya. Now the big question comes. These are your bhaktas. Mam Upashrita, Manmaya. What about others? Are you partial? You give your nature to them and not others? Here Bhagavan reveals. They do not want it, so what is the use of giving them? One story let us find in the Gospel. Arjun and Bhagavan are just walking around. One rich man, big palace-like building. He sees them, calls them in his house, and gives them sweet or something costly things to eat. The Lord consumes, and while going out, he blesses that man, let your wealth increase. Then they're still walking. A poor man in a dilapidated hut. He invites them. They go. In the hut, there is only one cow. And he takes milk from that cow and serves Lord. Lord takes that milk and while coming out says, let your cow die. Arjuna is baffled. He says, Lord, you are deluded. According to his wealth, that man did not give you anything. And you have blessed him for power. Well, and this man, I felt is giving you all his sarvasva. That cow is the only property, and that cow's milk is giving. Bhagavan says, Arjuna, you have not understood. That man's wants wealth, and for that he honored me, so let him have his wealth. He does not want moksha, he will not understand it, giving moksha, what is the use? And this man required for his sustenance this cow. And 99% of his mind has come into me already. That 1% or 5% or whatever you call, because of the habit, it has become attached to the cow. Now, it is not required for his life. He has become so pure now. So I told him, let the cow die. Then the mind 100% will come in me. That is what I want. So, as man worships God, he gets the reward. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tastatthaiva bhajamyaham mama vartmanu vartante manushya partha sarvasha. Though anyone coming to me, surrendering to me in whatever way, I bhajamyaham, I serve them in the same way. Tastatthaiva bhajami. Hey Partha, in every way, all men are walking on my paths only. All the paths, all the minds, all the activities of man is God's. Nothing is outside God. All the paths which man walk, whether karmi or jnani or man with desire or not desire or all their paths, I do not take anybody as stranger to me or other than me or something like that. I fulfill everybody according to his desire, and I feel that they are all walking on my paths only. Good, bad, everything. Now, this is the principle. As you covet, so you get. Acharya says, so important lesson for us. Tava tarhi raga dvesha ustaha yena kebhyashchit eva atmabhavam prayachasi na sarvebhya iti uchyate. In that case, we feel that you also have attachment and hatred, because of which you give your real nature to some people, not to others, not to all. For that, this is Lord's reply. Ye yatha yena prakarena yena prayojanena yat phalarthitaya mam prapadyante. Yatha means whatever way. Yena prakarena means yena prayojanena. What they desire, what is their object, what their aim, according to that. Arthat yat phalarthitaya, what fruit they want of their endeavor. Mam prapadyante. They apparently they surrender to me, they take resort of my resort. Tan tatha eva tat phaladhanena bhajami anugrundami. Bhajami means I am compassionate to them, anugrundami, by giving the result of that type, tat phaladhanena. Iti etat tesham moksham prati anarthitva. They are not asking for moksha at all. Nai ekasya mukshitvam phalarthitvam cha yugapat sambhavati. So Shankar says it is not possible for a person to combine desires in this world and mukti. So as they cover, so I give. Ato ye phalarthi na tan phaladpradhanena. So if somebody is seeking results, I give them results. Te yathapta karinatu aphalarthitno mumukshavacha tan jnana. Yathokta Karina, as taught up till now by Lord, some people do that, practice that. They are mumukshus. To them I give knowledge, consciousness change. ये ज्ञानिना संन्यासिनो मुमुक्षवाच तान् मोक्षप्रदानेन मुमुक्षवा ज्ञानप्रदानेन ज्ञानिना अपराधिनो मुमुक्षवा ज्ञानप्रदानेन ज्ञानिना संन्यासिना मुमुक्षवा तान् मोक्षप्रदानेन. So if they are sannyasis, they have given up everything and they are wise people and they covet moksha, I give them moksha. Tatha artan arti haranena. Some people are afflicted, sorrow, and they are devoted to me out of their sorrow. So I remove their sorrow. Iti evam yatha prapadyante ye tan tatha eva bhajami ityartha. So the type by which they surrender to me, I serve them in the same way. न पुनः रागद्वेष निमित्तम मोह निमित्तम वा कंचित भजामि. I am not doing anything for special attachment or hatred or some fascination or delusion. No, 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 no. They deserve, they serve, they get. सर्वथा अपि सर्वावस्थस्य मम ईश्वरस्य वर्त्म मार्गम अनुवर्तन्ते मनुष्य. सर्वथा अपि, in whatever way, सर्वावस्थस्य मम ईश्वरस्य. I am all the avasthas. I am all the ways. Vartma margam anvartante manusya. Yat phalarthitaya yasmin karmane adhikruta ye prayatante te manusya uchyante he partha sarvasya sarva prakare. Here, in translation, terrible thing has happened. We ही मनुष्य कहे जाते हैं. They are only called men. No, no. Those men only I am telling about. I am telling about those men only. Here the word is Manusha. So Manusha, not humanity in general, but those very people I am calling here as men who they are fit for some phalas, and they seek for that. Those Manushas only I am telling. Now, still further psychological analysis. Why this difference in men? What is that point which has made such big difference? Some people mumukshus, some people palarthis. Why? Impatient and patient. No perseverance and perseverance. That is the difference. Kankshanta karmanam siddhim yajanta iha devata Shipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Karmaja siddhi manushe loke shipram bhavati. Karmanam siddhim kankshanta iha devata bhajante yajante. Karmaja siddhi, the result of work compared to the result of Bhagavad sadhana. This comes quickly, palpably. Bhagavad sadhana is an inner change. I remember one conversation. I asked my Guruji, after maybe 7, 8, 10 years, that I am not getting any experience. He said, do you think experience is like pumpkin or gourd? You will see such big thing outside. It happens inside. And when sufficient it happens, then you become aware of that. It's a gradual process. So the difference is this. We want quick results. then we worship other gods. Because if we worship such God in such days, he will give me this. That is, here quickness also means palpable. You see that result. Inside change is happening, gradual change is happening, that you will understand only when sufficient change has come. So this is the one point, that because of the haste for obtaining results, they worship other gods. यदि तव ईश्वरस्य रागादिदोषाभावात् सर्वप्रणीषु अनुजिगृक्षायां तुल्यायां सर्वफलप्रदान समर्थे च त्वयि सति वासुदेवा सर्वमिति ज्ञानेनैव मुमुक्षवः सन्तः कस्मात् त्वामेव सर्वेण प्रतिपद्यन्ते. Now here again jnana and bhakti together. Shankar says Vasudeva, the son of Vasudeva, is all-pervading reality. This knowledge has to come. What knowledge has to come? This seemingly man of, say, 6 foot or 5 foot, this Vasudeva's son is all-pervading reality. This awareness is called jnana. And such knowledge will give the mumukshu their phala. And you have no liking or disliking, and you have same compassion towards all. You are desirous of showering compassion towards all, and you are capable also of giving whatever results have to be given. Then why the mumukshus serve you and some people serve other gods? That is our question. Sarve na pratipadyante iti shrunu tatra karanam. The cause I am telling you. Kankshanta abhipsanta karmanam siddhim phala nishpattim prarthayanta. So they want the results of their karma. Yajanta iha asmin loke devata indradhyana indra agni adya. Indra is the king of gods, Agni is the fire god, Adi, other gods, they worship in this world. अथ यो अन्याम देवताम उपास्ते अन्यो असो अन्यो अहम अस्मि इति न स वेद यथा पशुरेवं स देवानाम. Brihadaranyaka. Now here another important psychological point is there, which is often misunderstood by the narrow-minded people. Does it mean that if you worship Krishna, you go to moksha, and if you worship Rama, or if you worship Ganpati or any devata, you do not get it? No, no, no. That is why Shankara has given this quotation. What is Anya Devata? Here only Devata is there. But that Devata means some God other than myself. When the consciousness, awareness, even about Krishna, we worship Krishna, he will give us this or that. So there is a difference between the worshipper and worship. That is called Devata Bhakti. So in the Brihadaranyaka it said, Anyam Devatam Upaste, gods other than the sadhaks, with the idea, Anya aso Anya, that he is different and I am different. Asmiti, Nasa Veda, he does not have the right knowledge. Yatha Pashurevam sa Devanam. That means they do karma, sacrifice for the gods. And so the God benefit, as told already pravartitam chakram. So the gods take great care of them. In the days of old, animals were the property of man. So yatha pashure sa devana. And so the owner takes great care of his pashus. Like that, when they think that I am different, God is different, they become the pashus of that God. Here, those who are Nastikas, don't believe in God, or they are not counted at all. Devotees. तेषामि भिन्नदेवता याजिनां फलाकांक्षिणां क्षिप्रं शीघ्रं यस्मात् मनुष्यलोके शास्त्राधिकार. Shankar says here Manushya-loke is used because the fitness to do karma given by the Shastra is possible only in Manushya-loka. Vinna devata yajinam falakangshinam Shipram Shigram Shiprame Manushya-loke iti visheshanat अन्येषु अपि कर्मफलसिद्धिं दर्शयति Bhagavan. In some other lokas also, karmafalasiddhi is there. Anyway, we have not been taught like that. Manushya-loke varnashramaadi karmadhikara iti vishesha. So Manushya-loke, because here fixed nature of man is fixed karmas are there. Tesham varnashramaadi adhikari karmanam phala siddhi kshipram bhavati karmaja karmano jata. The siddhi born out of karma is quick there according to their varnashram. Now this karmaja siddhi is different according to the different temperaments of man. Now, who has created these temperaments? The Lord says, I have created. Chatur varnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagasha tasya kartaram apimam vidhi akartaram avyayam. Again, an element of avatar yoga is there. Chatur varnyam maya srishtam. This division in 4 types, this division is mine. Not jati, thousands of jatis. No, chaturvarnyam. And how I made them? Guna karma vibhagasha. Shankar will explain this in the 18th chapter. If sattva guna is more, you are a Brahmin. If sattva guna is combined with rajoguna, you are a Kshatriya. If rajoguna is combined with tamoguna, you are a Vaishya. If tamoguna is preponderant, you are calling him Shudra. So, according to the gunas, I have divided, not according to the birth. So, we understand 2 things here. Chaturvarnya Maya Srishta, not hundreds and thousands of jatis. And Gunakarma Vibhagasha Maya Srishta, not by birth. Example, there were 2 brothers. Name I am forgetting, Phadke. Son of a priest family. One of them was in our Nagpur Students Home. And having passed NDA, he joined the Defense Academy. And after first 6 months, he got some leave. And so He had visited his house perhaps in Akola, but he came to Nagpur and met my Guruji. And with great joy, he was describing how they train us. The superiors kick us by books for no particular reason, not for any mistake, because to keep us disciplined. And he was describing this joyfully, speciality of training. So after he left, my Guruji said, Brahman ka beta Brahman nahi hota hai. You see, he is a son of a Brahmin, but he is not a Brahmin by temperament. No Brahmin would tolerate such thing, and he is describing with great joy. Now his other brother, he became a big agriculture officer, but for some small physical fault, he could not join the Air Force. And he was unhappy whole life that I wanted to become an Air Force officer and see I am doing this. So in both those cases, Brahmin का लड़का Brahmin नहीं होता. So guna karma vibhagasya. Karmas will follow the gunas. So according to the gunas and karmas, I have divided in four castes. I am the doer of this division. He has not divided people, you Brahmin, you Kshatriya. He has created this division according to gunas and karmas. So, who has created? God. That means this is not a man-made society. This is not some people decided that let us be Brahmins and let them. No. This is done by God. That means it is nature. Now, Avatar Yoga. So, I have done, does not mean that he becomes the doer. Vidhi akartaram avyayam. Know me to be non-doer and non-changeable, expendable. So transcendent immanent reality, Nirgun Sagun Brahma, together is avatar. So many lessons you are getting from this one mantra. So what Shankar says, मनुष्य एव लोके वर्णाश्रमादि कर्माधिकारी न अन्येषु लोकेषु नियम किम निमित्त इति. This varnashrama, why it is not in anya lokas, only in manusha loka? Athava, or other meaning can be varnashrama pravibhagopeta manusha mamavartmanuvartante sarvashaiti yuktam tasmat punah karanat niyamena tavayava vartmanuvartante na anyasyati uchyate. How everybody is following your ways, because I have created this. Chaturvarnam, Chatvara Eva Varna, Chaturvarnam, four castes means this unit of four castes. Maya means Ishwarena, Srishtam, Utpaditam, created. Brahmanasya Mukamasid, Ityadi Shrutehe. In Vedas it is there. Purusha Sukta. From his mouth came Brahman, from his arms come Kshatriyas, from his middle part come Vaishyas, and by his legs come Shudras, like that. इत्यादि श्रुते. गुण कर्म विभागशो. गुण विभागशा कर्म विभागशाच्या गुणा सत्वरजस तमसी. Guna means sattva, raja, tama. According to the preponderance of one or the other. Guna vibhag and karma vibhag. Oh, here itself it is given. Fine, 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 fine. Guna and karma both are given. What is natural to such a man? Tatra satvikasya sattva pradhanasya brahmanasya shamo dama tapa ityadini karmani. What is a Brahmin? Sattva pradhan. Sattva rajatama are there. But if sattva is the main in him, that is Brahmin. Guna vibhagasya. And automatically his karmas are like that. Shama, Dama, Tapa, Ityadini. This he has described in the 18th chapter, the details of karma. But Shankar has seen that, so he is putting it in this Bhashya of the 4th chapter itself. No karma in Brahmin will give you any monetary income, mind you. Shamo, Dama, Tapa, karma. Control of the mind, control of the organ, this is their karma. Austerity is their karma. Because they are sattvic. Sattva upasarjana tama pradhanasya kshatriyasya shaurya teja pravritini karmani. Upasarjana means coloring. Raja pradhan, but with a coloring of sattva. That is kshatriya. And he has his own work. Shaurya teja pravritini. Tama upasarjana Raja Pradhanasya Vaishyasya Purushadini Karmani. Rajogun, but colored by Tamogun. That is Vaishya. And farming, other and like that, dairy, poultry, that is their work. Raja Upasarjana Tama Pradhanasya Shudrasya Shushrusha Karma. Shudra is Tamoguni with Rajogun, not total Tamoguni. Huh? Serving, manually serving others is their work. Iti evam gunakarma vibhagasya chaturvarnam system ityartha. In this way, guna and karma has been explained by Shankar. Tatcha idam chaturvarnam na anyeshu lokeshu ato manusya loke iti. And such chaturvarna does not exist in other lokas. So, manusya varna. Hanta tari chaturvarna sargade karmana kartrutva tat phalena yujyase ato natvam nitya mukta nityeshwara iti uchyate. Alas, you are the creator of chaturvarna. So you will get the fruits of that karma also. So how are you God? How are you eternally God? Iti uchyate. Yadyapi maya samyavarena tasya karmana phalate kartaram api santam mam paramarthato vidhi akartaram ataeva avyayam asansarinam cha mam vidhi. So he said, this is the outside vision that you feel he is the doer. Maya Samyavarana, I am like that, but not in reality, Paramarthato. So I am aware, so I am asansari. That is my real nature. I appear to be like that. Okay. Namam karmani limpanti name karma phale spura iti mam yobi janati karma vir nasavadyate. We'll take it up tomorrow. Yeah. another principle, another thing has come. Gita is filled up with psychological principles of spiritual life. We'll take it up tomorrow for teacher. Om Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetra Ekapanaya Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Amrita Duhe Namah. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.
Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gitamritaduhe Namaha.